Hey friends, Michael Warren here from Essential Guitar Lessons, and let's learn how to play To Her Door on guitar by Paul Kelly. This is a great song for beginners to practice. It's not too hard, and it's just in standard E tuning. Now I'll go through the whole song, then we'll look at the solo at the end. Now if you already know these chords, G, D, C and E minor, because I'll go through them slowly for you, you can skip ahead to this time. Now if you like this lesson, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Songs and lessons uploaded weekly. If you're having any problems with the song, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Or if there's a song you'd like to learn, let me know. So let's get into it. We'll start with the chords, then we'll do the strumming pattern. So our first chord is just a standard G, so we have the 3rd fret on the top E string, 2nd fret on the A string, open D, open G, 3rd fret on the B and 3rd fret on the E, and that's our standard G chord. Now you may just be playing the open B and the 3rd fret on the E, and that's okay as well. We have a D chord, so we have the open D string, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B and 2nd fret on the E, and that's our standard D chord. We're not playing the A or E string there, so standard D. We have a normal C chord, so we're going to have the 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, open G, 1st fret on the B and open E. And we're not playing the top E string there, so standard C chord there. And our last chord is E minor, nice easy one. So open E string, 2nd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the D, open G, B and E, and that's our standard E minor chord there. So they're the 4 chords he uses throughout the whole song. G, D, C and E minor. Now the strumming pattern's a little bit different now. With these chords we want to know the root notes for the strumming pattern. So for G, the root note is on the top string, so that 3rd fret is the G. Our E minor is the same, it's also on the top string. The C chord, our root note is on the A string, on that 3rd fret there. And for the D, our root note is on the D string, so 3 down from the top there. Now we need to know that for the strumming pattern, because the pattern is a bass note first, so then a down strum, and then down up, down up. So we hit that root note first, so depending on what chord we're playing, the root note will change. So I'm doing the D, the root note will be on that open D string. And then the pattern will be down, down, up, down, up. So let's do that G, down, 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 up, down, up. Doing the C, the root note would now be on the A string, so root note down, down, up, down, up, root note down, down, up, down, up. If it was on the D, the root note would be on the D string, the pattern stays the same. Root note down, down, up, down, up, root note down, down, up, down, up. Now the pattern's going quite fast, so it's So if you're struggling to get that root note first, you can just do that first one as a down. So it'd be down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. And it'll sound pretty similar to the song. As you get better, try and put that root note as your first down. So slowly, root note down, down, up, down, up, root note down, down, up, down, up, and up to speed. And that's a strumming pattern he uses throughout the whole song. So let's jump into that now. So to keep this nice and simple for the beginner, we're going to call that strumming pattern 1 bar. It's really only a count of 2, but if we keep it as 1 bar, it makes it nice and easy for you to remember. So our intro is just going to be G for a bar, D for a bar, C for a bar, G for a bar, and we do that 2 times, and that's our intro. So doing it slowly, G, D, C, G again, D, do that up to speed now. G, D, C, G 2 times. And that's our intro. Now our verse just continues doing that 3 more times. So G for a bar, D for a bar, C for a bar, G for a bar. We do that 3 more times. Then the last time we do it again, G for a bar, D for a bar, C for a bar. And on this last one we do G for 2 bars there. So let's go through that now. This is our first verse, and all the verses are the same. So I'll do that up to speed for you. So G, D, C, and that's our verse there. So G, D, C 3 times, and then G, D, C, G for 2 bars to finish off the verse. Now the pre-chorus changes a little bit here. We're going to do the E minor for a bar, a D for a bar, C for a bar, D for a bar, C for a bar, and D for a bar. So slowly, strumming pattern stays exactly the same. D, C, D, C, D. And that's our pre-chorus. It just plays that through once. Let's do that up to speed. And that's your pre-chorus, nice and easy. And then we do it to our chorus, and that's exactly the same as our intro. G for a bar, D for a bar, C for a bar, and G for a bar, and we just do that 2 times, and that's our chorus. Let's play that up to speed. So that's our chorus, nice and easy, same as the intro. Now after that we just go back to the verse. This is our second verse and it's exactly the same as our first verse. We go back to the pre-chorus, which is exactly the same, and we go to the chorus, which is exactly the same. So we're just going intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, back to the verse, pre-chorus, chorus. Then we have our solo. Now the chords behind the solo stay the same again as our chorus. G for a bar, D for a bar, C for a bar, and G for a bar, and we just do that 4 times. Let's do that now. G, D, C, G, and again. G, D, C, and G. G again. D, C, G, and again. G, and that's our solo there, and I'll show you that at the end of the video. Then after that we have our third verse. Now he doesn't play for 8 bars, so we just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 bars there, and then he goes back to the G, D, C, G for a bar, and then G for a bar, D for a bar, C for a bar, G for 2 bars. So it's just like the end of the verse. Let's go through that now as well. G, D, C, and that's our third verse. We have the 8 bars where we're not playing anything at the start of it. So then from there he just goes back to the pre-chorus, but he does it through 2 times. So E minor, D, C, D, C, D, all for a bar, and then just go back to the E minor, D, C, D, C, D, all for a bar there. Then we do our chorus again, G for a bar, D for a bar, C for a bar, G for a bar, and we do that 2 times. And then we have the outro, which is fading out, and we do exactly the same again there. G for a bar, D for a bar, C for a bar, and G for a bar, and it just keeps doing that until it fades out and the solo comes in again over the top of that. So that's the whole song there. It's not too hard, it's just a strumming pattern that can be a little bit tricky, getting that root note on your first down strum. But once you got that down, the song's pretty easy. It's pretty much G, D, C, G, the whole song, except for the pre-chorus, E minor, D, C, D, C, D. Everything for 1 bar, except for the last G on our verses. So that's all the rhythm to the song there. Let's tackle the solo now as well. So we're going to start on the E string. We're going to play the open, then the 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret, open, then the 5th fret, and then the 2nd fret on the A string. So slowly, and up to speed. And then we just repeat that all again, except on that 2nd fret we do that 2 times. So let's put that first part up to speed. And then we do the start part again, open, E string, 3rd fret, open, 3rd fret, open. This time we're going to slide from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret on the E string, play the open D string, and then do a half bend on the 5th fret on the E string, bend and release. And then back to the 3rd fret on the E string. So slowly, that next part. And then from there we're going to do that again. 3rd fret, slide up to the 5th fret. And then play the open D string again 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the 5th fret on the E string, do that bend and release again, half bend. And then 3rd fret. So let me play that first part for you nice and slowly. And again. And let's do that up to speed there. So the only tricky part with that is probably a little half bend back to the 3. So up to speed. Then from there we're going to slide from the 5th fret to the 7th on the E string, A string, 5, 7, 5, D string, 5, and then we're going to play a D-shaped chord here. So 7th fret on the G string, 8th fret on the B string, 7th fret on the E string. So slowly. Then we're going to slide up to 16 on the G and 15 on the B, and we'll be playing both of them. So, and do it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then just come back 2 frets. So 14 on the G, 13 on the B, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then 12 and 12. So we're going to sort of get our fingers over the top there. Still on the G and the B 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then we're coming back to 11 on the G, 10 on the B once, 9 on the G, 8 on the B once, and then 7 and 7 on G and B. So playing that slowly now with the slide at the start. And let's put that whole section up to speed. Then from there we're going to do a slide on the D string 7 to 9, on the G string 7, 9, 7. Now I change fingers here, we do a 7 slide to 9 still on the G, 9, 9 on the G, 7 on the G, 9 on the D, 7 on the D. So slowly. Let's do that up to speed. Now you don't have to change fingers here. I find it a little bit easier to change on the slide, then I'm ready to come back to the 7 and the 9. So up to speed. Then from there we're going to the 10th fret on the B string. Play that 3 times. 8 on the B and on the G, 9 and 7. Then back to 10 on the B, 8 on the B, 9 on the G, back to 8 on the B, so, and then we play the 8 again on the B, 7 on the G, 9 on the D, stay on the D and play the 5th fret 3 times, and then we do our little half bend and release again on the 5th fret E string, and then the 3rd fret on the E string. So let's do that last part slowly. And that's the whole solo, so let's play that one more time up to speed for you. And that's the whole solo there. And at the end of the song, it actually just repeats that exact same solo while it's fading out. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you soon.